Thanks for staying with us. So reports coming in from Akure is that children numbering over 50 have been allegedly discovered rescued from an underground compartment in a church building at the Valentina area of Ondo City on Friday night. Now, the rescue by the police and a few pastors were also arrested. Now, this video went viral, and of course, the comments from the video was alleging that the children possibly kidnapped or abducted. But new reports are coming on that the story might be different from what we expect. So we're trying to bring on the PRO from the police, Ondo Police Command, to share with us exactly what their findings have been since Friday after the rescue of these 50 children. Good morning, PRO. Are you there? Okay, while we're trying to get her connected, what are your thoughts when you saw this video? I mean, I saw the faces of the... Is she on? Hello, madam, are you there? Okay, yeah, so we're not... So, when you saw the videos, I was just you know, the Nigerian commentary first. You have no idea.
Oh God.
You just see children and just have to...
You took the words out of my mouth. My first comment was that, why have we all become reporters? Every Nigerian with a phone now is a reporter.
Yeah.
You see a video, hey, this one, they want to kill themselves, so they are fighting, they want to kill themselves. These children, they have been kidnapped, though. I'm like wondering, you have no idea what happened. You have no information. But you pick up your phone, record, and you post online, and people will start running with lies, not knowing that it is not true. Lives can be lost due to lies. It is worrisome, and I think we need to talk more about it so that people can, you can record something and say, I don't know what is happening here, but I'm worried.
Exactly.
You don't need to give information without being sure, because what we're hearing now is that these 50 children, even though underaged, are not kidnapped. We're not kidnapped, and that's...
Well, I'm told that the PR is on the phone now, so let us even get exactly before we even discuss this matter. Good morning, madam. Are you there? PRO Odunlami. Good morning, madam. Are you there?
Madam Murayo, good morning.
Good to have you on the show with us today. So before we go into the conversation, could you give us an idea of what happened on Friday? How many children you rescued, and what's the story as of this morning?
First of all, let me correct this impression. 26 children were rescued, 43 adults.
26 children and 43 adults, okay?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a case of an assistant pastor, actually, because parents that came around said it was the assistant pastor that was the major problem. He was the one who claimed that that was going to take place in April, but later told them it was going to be September.
Okay.
And we also realized that some of his parents, too, were actually attending the church prior to those times. But later they changed their mind and they said the pastor was preaching heresy. They left the church. But unfortunately, they left their children in that church.
Right. You might need to reduce the volume of your TV so you don't... So you're listening to us.
I should reduce the volume of my TV?
Yes, please. Yes, please, to help us. Thank you. So these parents were there willingly with their children, and they left their children willingly with the pastors. Is that what you're saying?
Initially, they were all members of the church, but later on, they left the church.
Okay.
One of the parents said, the daughter said she wanted to be convinced on her own that she needed to leave the church, and that was why she had to stay. Unfortunately, while she was still going to the church, without informing her parents, she left school and started staying in church. The father said she left since January 2022. Just today, this morning, another father sent a text to me now that his daughter left home since 2021. That is a pathetic case, but until he gets there, we can't really say much.
These children that have decided...
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Please, could you explain to us, these children that have decided on their own without their parents' consent or agreement, how old are these children? Are these 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, or are these babies? What are we talking about here?
I can hear you.
Okay.
So there's a question, Mariam is asking the age range of the children in question. Oh, we're trying to get her call back. Okay, so we're going to quick break. When we come back, we'll try to get a better connection to speak with her. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing the video we saw on Friday about some children that were rescued by the Ondo State Police Command. And we have with us the PRO, Ibukun. Odunlami is on the phone with us. She has confirmed that there were 26 children, 43 adults that were rescued. Madam, are you still there? You had a question. Mariam had a question for you concerning the age range of the children who have agreed to stay. Would you respond to that, please?
Yes. Some of them were teenagers, and we have more than some are actually above 18. We have a lady with 21. She was one that left home in January. She left her parents and left school too. We have some who are actually on the graduate who left. Like I was saying, that a father just sent me a text that our daughter left home since last year. That the daughter was one of those that was in that same church.
Okay.
So this is religion, and we know that many people suspend their brains when we're talking religion. But under what, and maybe Nima would have been the right person to ask question, how would you prosecute this kind of case?
Charge?
What kind of charge would be brought against this pastor?
Hello, madam, are you there?
Yes, but if I will follow what I just heard now, the question is, how are we going to prosecute the pastor?
Exactly.
By the time we are through with the investigation, we have the...
And listen to TV, listen to us, madam.
We
Please
have
go
the
ahead.
legal department that would actually advise us, give us the legal advice on what to do, the exact offense they will be charged for.
Okay.
All right, so please, I really need you to turn down your TV so you can hear, turn it off particularly, so you can hear me directly on the phone. If not, the viewers will not get the value from this conversation.
Yes.
They won't hear us. They won't get anything. Nima, go ahead, please, with your question.
So I'm wondering, what's the situation with the children presently, since since they were recovered? What have you done with them? Did you just hand them over to their parents? Did you do anything for them before giving them back?
All right, I think we have to disconnect that call because unfortunately we're unable to get.
Well, I don't know what the problem is. I can barely hear you, but from what Nima just said, some of these kids, they've been released to their parents. Remember, some of these students too, their parents were in the church.
So the PRO needs to understand that when you're on a TV program, the TV is delayed. So you need to speak to the phone, not the television. So I need to disconnect the call, but I guess we can speak to, we can find somebody else in the police that can talk to us about this. But generally, we have confirmed that they weren't kidnapped. They willingly went to the pastor, and the pastor did say that Jesus was coming in April. Unfortunately, Jesus didn't come. And they're hoping that by September, Jesus will come. So we're staying there waiting for the rapture.
So that's what I wanted to confirm, if they were going home and coming back. And because it looked like they were underneath a building. So were they like in a bunker, and had they stayed there all this time? What was their living condition during this period? Were they going out and coming in? That would have been nice for her to confirm for us.
Well, so, I mean, this is part of what... So let's now come to the issue of religion, because... we've seen this happen even in the U.S. We've seen this happen. I remember the year back then where, I think it was in Florida, like where it was, where they had people waiting for the rapture, and they all died, in the, they had, it was a bunk bed, all of them were there. And so this is not new, this is something, but you just think, to what end do you, I mean, sometimes you think to yourself, how does this even happen? How do you condition the mind of your members to go to the point where they are willingly coming to stay with you because of rapture is coming? And is that what the Bible said? I mean, you just think to yourself, how do we get to this point where people are this conditioned not to even use their own reasoning on stuff like this?
I think that the Bible, from the Christian perspective, I know that this happens across all religions, where we tend to just believe whatever they say, whatever our leaders in religion say. The Bible asks us to question. You're supposed to question the Bible. You're supposed to verify the word. And I feel that it is easy to just say, drink the water and you are healed. people like to be told what to do.
Absolutely.
People don't like to think through what to do. So it's easier for me to forget my use of my brain and just listen to what they say and do it, rather than taking responsibility for my life. And it happens everywhere. And I think that we need to start encouraging people to think for themselves. I remember clearly my pastor saying that the eagle was the highest flying bird or something, and people corrected him. That, sir, check Google. That thing you said in church was wrong. And he came the next Sunday in church and said that, thank you for correcting me, because it shows I'm not perfect. Now I do better research. What I said last week Sunday was wrong. We need to begin to, because we feel like these people are messiahs. They are not. They are human beings like you and I. They prepare for the message. They preach the message as led by the Holy Spirit, who is also in you. So I think that the society needs to education. You know, when that Serap director was saying that education helps us to question.
The PRO said there were graduates in that phase.
Yes. Undergraduate and graduate.
Yeah, so it's not about
education. Because when you are educated, you understand your rights. You understand that, Oga, you say Jesus is coming in April. It did not come. Are you sure you know what you're talking about? You can begin to question. And then we also have this respect for leaders. So, I mean, respect for elderly people. And I think it's in between those two things that we get lost in. Religious worship of human beings and elder respect.
Let me go on a break, because we're going to wrap up on this, but I want us to pack the Akure story and focus really on us.
Behavior.
Our behavior, how susceptible we are to these kinds of things, how our minds have degenerated over the years to the point where we're just willing to be served, not to actually learn to cook ourselves. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.